Well, hello and welcome into Talk of the Town here on CW 57. My name is Rich Reynolds and happy to be hosting this show. And we always have so many interesting topics, but on this show, this episode, so many cool things to talk about. And I'm very excited to have our first guest in because I've known him a little while. He's a former employer of mine, and that's Alex Ledevin over at AJ Prestige Limo. Welcome on in, Alex.
Thank you, Rich.
Yeah, good to see you. I used to drive for Alex a little bit, so full disclosure here, everybody knows. And used to take, guests all over the place. I mean, I drove, basically it seems like all over the Midwest, a lot of runs to the airport, stuff like that. So why should people, and I think I know the answer too, but why should people, I'll let you explain it because you'll probably do it better. Why should people use chauffeured car, service for driving to events?
Like you said, there's a lot of reasons. I'd like to mention one is safety. Usually when you go events, you have a couple beers, maybe cocktails, and then you think you're still okay, you jump in the car and then you drive home. If you order a service, you don't have to worry about this, whether you had too many to drive or so you can just go there, enjoy yourself. And sometimes, a couple can get together and then chat on the way to and from the event. So that would be, easy way to get in and out.
Absolutely a good idea. I know that when I was driving, I did some bachelor parties and stuff like that. They can get a little rowdy, and of course, they can get as rowdy as they want to in the limo. So always a good idea. Why use chauffeured service? Going to the airport. A lot of businesses they fly out of Chicago, don't they?
Chicago is convenient for international travel, so that's no-brainer. You go down there, you don't have to wait for a plane change. Usually from Madison, it's at least an hour, but a lot of times it's a convenience. So you go there, you get in the plane, you don't have to worry about parking the car, worried about getting back and find your car scratched up or have to shovel the snow off the car when you get back. So you can jump in the car and be home.
A lot of good reasons. Yeah. How can AJ Prestige, simplify like ground transportation needs while traveling?
Basically, what we do right now, we establish a affiliate network around the country. So a lot of times people travel several cities. So instead of calling the company in each city, they can put a reservation through our company. So anywhere they go, they don't have to look up the number. They just call one number. They have one, system to use. They don't have to give out credit card information to several companies, and it's accountability, so they can always call us and we'll tell where the driver is, or so the service is the same across the country and across every airport they go to.
That makes it very easy. What are some of the benefits of using a limo for corporate travel?
Besides the reasons that I mentioned, sometimes employer, work for a company, and especially if it's a large corporation, sometimes people feel like they, just one of the many. What companies can do is that they can set up, for employee of the month, for example, set up a limo ride and then bring maybe executives, and they be in the same car with people. Not only the people feel more valuable to the company, executives can get a better feeling of what people think about working there. So it's in the social environment, it's easier to talk than at work. So that's another benefit that company can use.
And why not just take a taxi? Why choose chauffeur service?
This is just a question of choice. Why people stay at 5-star hotel instead of motel? Sure, you can take a taxi. They don't guarantee time. If you're not in a hurry, that's okay, you can wait. So basically, it's just a choice. If you want to, get out of the warm house, get in a warm car, and get into the airport without need to worry about whether the driver's going to be there, are you going to make the plane, then you call a service like ours. Otherwise, there's other
A lot of good stuff, absolutely, and absolutely always loved working for you. I know it's a really good service, always on time. Check them out, AJ Prestige Limo. We got a lot more to cover here on Talk of the Town. Come on back here on CW57. And welcome back to Talk of the Town here on CW57. I told you we had an interesting show and a lot of great topics to cover, and none more interesting, especially if you're a pet owner like me, to talk about pets. And that's why we bring in Lisa and Brian from Animart. Welcome, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. Tell us a little bit, what is Animart all about?
So Animart was established in 1982. We've been around for quite some time. We're locally owned by a couple of veterinarians, actually started our business. We have a location in Beaver Dam as well as on the east side of Madison. We're basically that one-stop pet shop for any pet owner. You can get everything you need basically at Animart.
Okay, so, how are you different than from another pet store? I think Animart, when I've been there, always seems a little bit different.
Yeah, it's definitely different, especially because we have animals. So we're a pet store with a lot of different kinds of animals and a lot of different kind of animal services. We actually have on site a veterinary clinic, which is very important for all the health and well-being of all the animals that come through the store. We also do client animals as well, but we have cat rescue.
Okay.
All of our cats that we get at Animart are completely rescue. We spay and neuter them so that we don't, increase the concerns of pet overpopulation. And so we do our part to be responsible. However, I'll let Brian talk a little bit about this guy here because he came from New York, where we got into a relationship, a partnership with a group that transported him here because he was actually in a very high-kill shelter situation. So I'll let you tell them a little bit about our guest here.
So this here is Victor. Victor is about a year old now. He came from Manhattan, and like Lisa said, he was going to be put down actually within the hour from when we rescued him from New York City.
Oh, wow.
So we're taking great pride in these animals. He actually has a bonded pair with Lunita. She is a female kitty. She's about 6 months right now, and they're pretty much best friends, so we're going to be looking to adopt them out together.
They actually traveled via car
Oh,
the whole way
really?
here.
Yep.
So it's a long, stressful ride, but as you can tell, he is fantastic. And our veterinary department looked him over and made sure they were good to go out for adoption. And yeah, so him and his partner are going to be available for adoption.
Okay, having had cats, I know, like traveling in cars
Yeah,
sometimes,
right?
they don't do so well.
Exactly.
Yeah,
a lot of
so-
cats don't. But actually, the ride here today, he did fantastic. So he's
Wow.
pretty mellow. Yeah.
Great, yeah, he seems like that. He's friendly. I was petting him
Yep.
before and everything. So,
Yep.
what other kind of animals do you have then?
Oh, lots of fun ones. You get like snakes and lizards. We have those things.
Okay.
Freshwater fish, saltwater fish, small animals. We kind of call them pocket pets. So you got your hamsters, your guinea pigs, bunnies, and then we also have birds, of course. So, and a lot of the animals we get are rescue from, and a lot of them are most of them, I guess I should say, are local, from locally. In
We
the
actually
Madison
got
area.
a rescue hamster for my daughter on her birthday. Yeah, but
Wonderful.
believe it or not, he's got a little
Yep.
piece of his ear missing.
Sure.
He is the sweetest thing.
Yes.
And one of the things that I learned, it was actually at Animart when we were picking it out, was the fact that ended up getting a male hamster instead of a female hamster because they don't smell as bad.
Yes,
And-
that's
right,
true.
so-
That's true. And we pride all of our associates on knowing all of these things. And when you come in, it's an adoption because it is a long procedure because you're not just walking in saying, oh, I like that animal, and you're going to walk out with it. It's actually it's a part of our family. So it's going to be a long conversation to make sure it's a good fit.
Yeah, he has been the sweetest thing.
That's great.
He's super
What's
nice.
the name?
Yeah. His name is now Homie. So,
Very nice. Very nice.
but it's
I like
kind
it.
of weird. Well, actually, my wife is from Poland, and the kids speak Polish, and Homik means hamster in Polish, so we just kind of shortened it to
Oh,
Homie.
that's fantastic.
So
Very nice.
that's
I
where
like the
whole
story.
deal-
That's
yeah. So what pet services do you offer then at Animart? I know that there's services. As well.
If you have a pet and need a service, we pretty much offer it. Whether it's our veterinary clinic that does it or some of our specialized staffers, whether it's nail trims, beak trims, spays, neuters, dentals, the whole gamut. We don't do grooming at our store yet, but we do have a self-service bathing unit. People love that. They bring their pets in. They leave all the mess. We have blow dryers, we have shampoo, we have everything for the pet, and then they leave the mess and they get to walk out the door. We take care of that for them.
Very nice.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
all good. That's actually a very, very popular service.
Very nice. We're running low on time here. Tell us quickly then where you're located. You had said Madison and Beaver Dam. Where specifically?
Yep. So 4303 East Town Way, right across the street from the East Town Mall, and also in Beaver Dam, right across the street from Culver's at 1600 North Spring Street.
Cool, very cool, and also like a bring your dog out to the Capitals game coming up
Yes.
too.
Yep.
We always love that as
Yep.
well, and so I get to do the PA for the Capitals, so
Oh,
it'd be
great.
nice to see you
That's
out there as well. So Lisa Bryant, thanks for joining us from Animart. We will continue here on Talk of the Town on CW57. And welcome back to Talk of the Town as we bring in Sharon Nealon from MSCR. I think this is just really cool to talk about all the stuff that you do over at MSCR. And let's jump right into that. What's new at MSCR?
Well, what's new is what's old, sort of, because this year is MSCR's 90th anniversary.
Wow.
So that's kind of exciting. 90 years.
Yeah.
It's kind of amazing. This MSCR was started when the City Council in Madison decided that they needed things to do, the kids needed things to do, adults needed things to do.
Yeah.
Kind of similar to what's going on today. And so they decided that that MSCR should be under the school district, recreation programs, and then the parks and that sort of thing would be under the city. It was a unique kind of situation and really kind of groundbreaking, really, in the U.S. for what was going on at that time.
Yeah, so talk about that a little bit. 90 years, how did it get started anyways?
Yeah, well, actually it was interesting because Madison had a lot of immigrant populations that were coming here. And so there were issues with kids, both with language and with having productive things to be doing. So schools were saying, we need to have more things going on for kids and their families. And I just think it's so interesting that we still have some of these issues in the U.S. today, and certainly in Madison, and MSCR is helping to still fill those kind of niches in our community. So.
Yeah, and so now that it's part of the school district, does that mean that you just cater to students, or only students can get involved?
No. Definitely. When it started, it was probably primarily working with kids and some adult kind of things, because they did start adult sports leagues, but now it's really grown to where we have programming basically from infants to, I think our oldest participant was about 102.
Oh,
So,
wow, okay.
Yeah. Yes.
So definitely not a student in the Madison School
Yes,
District. Yeah,
no.
okay, all right. I mean, I guess they could be.
Yeah.
We've been hearing too about a new facility over on the east side for MSCR. So where's that? What's that all about?
Yes, we're really excited. We haven't had great access to facilities on the east side for our participants, and so we opened a place at 4620 Cottage Grove Road.
Okay.
And it's in a shopping center, and it's a large facility there that we've opened up. They have great spaces for fitness, youth arts, and dance, and also our 50-plus fitness programs are really thriving over there too. So we just opened. We have an open house coming up March 4th from 4:30 to 7.
Oh.
And so we're excited about that to get the community in. But the community in that area has been incredibly supportive, so we've really been happy about that.
So you have the open house. Are you celebrating your 90th birthday some other way too?
Yes, we're
Okay.
kind of doing that throughout the year. We're going to be having things, and we thought rather than put it all out in January, what we're doing for the year, we're just kind of keeping people updated on our website and then on Facebook. We have a really great Facebook following, so if people aren't on that, I would definitely suggest go on there and you can kind of see the things that are coming up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
With all your programs and stuff that are going on, that's a great way to
Yes,
stay
yes.
involved with that. So, what other upcoming programs do you have? Some highlights, if you could.
Well, we're also excited about, we're having a 3v3 basketball tournament coming up in April. Our first one was last year, and it had a great response, so this year we're just hoping that grows larger. So there's men's and women's games that will be happening in that
Okay.
tournament. And so information again on our website, and you can register right there with your team and everything. So we also are excited. We have a new Elements Welcome Center, and Elements is our name for our program that is kind of challenge by choice. It's a challenge course where school kids go out there, the public goes out there, and actually groups go out there and do various things. I guess one of the most interesting ones we had was a bridal shower that was at this. So it's a high ropes course, a challenge course that's really fun and exciting to
A
go
lot
to.
of cool stuff going on. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And you'd brought in a prop here. I don't want you to forget it now. It kind of sums up like 90 years, huh?
Yes, the book is called Mad About Play, and it was written by one of our past directors, Bob Humke. And just one of the little quotes in here I thought was so interesting. The adults around Madison think that playground movement. This was written in 1926, is a real big deal. An editorial in Wisconsin State Journal says something about leaders recognize the legitimacy and importance of play in the development of young people. And then also it says, playgrounds became tools for combating juvenile delinquency, building character, instilling patriotism, and even for saving modern society. So that was written in 1926. Wow. I think it's pretty relevant still today.
Absolutely. So our thanks to Sharon Nealon joining us from MSCR. We'll be back with more Talk of the Town. Stick around here on CW 57. And we are back on Talk of the Town. Welcome back in as we got Dr. Pat with us. Patrick Anderson from Madison Maximized Living is joining us here on the program to talk a little more chiropractic care. How you doing today, Doc?
I'm doing great, Rich. Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. Nice to have you. As I want to learn a little bit about Maximized Living. So specifically, what is that?
Well, we're a group of about 400 clinics throughout the United States. And we work with chiropractors, and we treat a number of athletes. We're the official chiropractors for USA Wrestling, USA Martial Arts, USA Weightlifting, and USA Track and Field. So we're sending a number of chiropractors to the Olympics this year to take care of those athletes and enhance their performance.
I could see where with athletics, especially like contact sports like martial arts and wrestling, there could be a number of misalignments, huh?
Exactly. It's a constant challenge for the athlete, but it helps them perform better, recover faster, and have less injuries.
Okay. And we also have like a top 5 list that I want to go over, and I kind of feel like I should be like David Letterman and be tossing him or something like that. Where's Paul? Paul, you over there, Paul? Let's talk about chiropractic care and the top 5 reasons to see a chiropractor. Maybe we could take them even in reverse order. Whatever you had down. Sure. Okay. So number 5, to age well. Okay. How does chiropractic care help us age well?
Well, you know, as we age, we lose motion, we lose posture, we lose strength, we lose balance, unless we're doing something to enhance that. So every day we should be doing something to build our health, or we're losing our health, it slips away. So by maintaining a strong structure and nervous system, we have better posture, better movement, better balance, better strength to do the challenges we have in life.
Okay, number 4, and enhancing athletic performance. You were just talking about all the athletes that you treat. How does being in alignment help athletic performance?
Well, because you're going to be able to move your body faster and a better coordination and much stronger. I've had the opportunity to treat many athletes, and we do pre and post strength testing, and we'll see strength improve in specific muscles right after an adjustment, right after we take interference off of the nerve by adjusting the vertebra.
Everybody talks about how expensive health care is. The number 3 reason to see a chiropractor is to save money on health care. How do you save money by going to a doctor?
Well, there's a study done that if you get into a wellness lifestyle and after 5 years of seeing a chiropractor, your overall health care expenses was 31%. That means you could see your physician and your chiropractor. Your overall health care expense was 31%. You had 85% less prescription use, and just the copays on prescriptions are expensive these days, as people well know. And 60% less hospitalizations if you're living that wellness lifestyle, taking care of yourself, doing the things that build healthy cells.
Wow, sounds good to me. Number 2, to live that wellness lifestyle. Yeah, the wellness lifestyle, talk about what that means. It's not just chiropractic care. What does that mean, wellness lifestyle?
That's great. The adjustments are the first thing because structure determines everything else. Without your brain and nervous system communicating well and having power and movement and strength, nothing else matters. But in addition to that, you need good fuel, good food, real food. People with nutrition, it can be very simple. Eat real food, or it can be very complex. So starting with that, and then fitness. People spend a lot of time on their fitness, but actually new studies have shown you can condense that down to as short as a 12-minute intense workout and be done. And then also minimizing toxins is kind of a new subject for people, but we are exposed to many things our bodies weren't exposed to 50 years ago. Sure. And then thinking well, goal setting, stress busting, and positive self-talk, or the maximized mind, is part of those 5 essentials, we call it, to really living well.
Okay, so eating real food wouldn't be like Pop-Tarts and Chips Ahoy?
No, it doesn't. Just see how you feel after you eat that.
Mac and cheese out of the box, yeah, okay.
And we get kind of addicted to those foods.
Yeah.
And, they're comfort foods, but once you get away from them, what's fascinating is people never miss it.
Right.
Once they start getting real food into their body, they don't miss the junk.
Absolutely. And the number 1 reason to see a chiropractor, reducing pain.
Yeah, 1 in 2 people, Rich, have chronic pain. They hurt every day. and various, whether it's headaches or neck pain or injuries from a car accident or work injury. 1 in 2 people have chronic pain. And what's fascinating is, unfortunately, when you have chronic pain, it shrinks the brain over time. For every year of chronic pain, the brain shrinks about a sugar cube size.
Oh, wow.
And over time, that really affects your overall brain health.
I don't have that much brain to give. I don't know a lot of people
I know
that do.
people start questioning that, but that's a study published in a journal of neuroscience.
Wow. Oh, boy. A lot of good facts, a lot of good reasons to see a chiropractor. Why not see Dr. Pat over here? Doc, thanks for joining us. And thank you for joining us here on Talk of the Town. It's been my pleasure, and hopefully we'll see you next time on CW57.